welcome to another big Jimny video. In this video we're going to look at fitting an armrest to a Gen 3 Jimny. Those of you who followed us before know that we love armrests in our cars. If you are thinking of taking your Jimny any distance, any sort of daily driving, then to us an armrest is an essential accessory. We've been fortunate in this one that JimnyStyle have sent us a armrest for this Gen 3 Jimny. So full disclosure, they sent it to us and we can keep it after we've installed it. But those of us, as I say, who know us well, know that we love armrests in our Jimny. Anyway, without further ado, let's get down to fitting the armrest. So, we've had these sort of armrests fitted to our Jimnys for a long time. Many of you may recall that we've got one fitted to our original Gen 4, the white one that James has got. We've got one fitted to James's blue LCV in the same fashion. And we've got, in my LCV, the dual armrest version, the split ones, that give you the option of raising and lowering either side separately. Many of you may be saying, what about the drinks cup holders in the back that these appear to cover? Well, let me just say that the other armrests on the market actually tend to fit into those cup holders, and therefore you lose the cup holders anyway. But with this sort of armrest, you actually get access to the cup holders still, although if you are one of those people who have the jumbo bucket size drinks, then maybe they wouldn't fit underneath, but the average size drinks still fit in the cup holder and it's still accessible. The other thing is that some people also talk about how, when you're using the handbrake and that, I would just say that yes, in the first week perhaps of using them, when you've got an armrest fitted, you are thinking, I've got to just flick it a bit to get to the handbrake. Let me tell you and assure you that very, very quickly, within a week or even 2 weeks, you don't even know it's there. You're doing it normally, you're driving it, it's just an armrest and it's all nice, smooth and comfortable. The Gen 3 here is slightly different from the Gen 4s in that it has got, this one's got leather style seats. So I think these are what are called part leather, where the front section is leather and the sides and backs are vinyl. And just to be clear, that with this one you are fitting the armrest in a proper fashion, okay? In other words, it's actually going to fit to the seat, it's going to bolt to the seat with a manufactured bracket. These armrests are in fact fitted to a number of vehicles across Europe as standard. They buy them from the supplier and fit them as standard. Within the kit, let's take a look inside the box to see what you get. In the kit, you get a bracket. So this is going to fit inside the seat. You get all the tools and bits and pieces apart from a spanner to tighten up the nuts, but you get a little cutting knife and that you need to fit it, and you get the armrest itself. These are a sort of faux leather finish, which of course will match the seats perfectly in this Gen 3, which has got the leather seats. As this is James's car, I'd better take some protective measures, such as putting down some mats as I'm climbing in and out on what is a winter's day and muddy. So he'll have you say, ignore the mats on the floor, there are working mats. And those of you who haven't seen this Jimny before, it's a new one, it's not quite ready, it's not quite up to, got all the mods done on it that he wants, but there will be a full how to buy a Gen 3 Jimny and walk round of this one fairly soon on this channel, so keep watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to get the notifications when the new videos come out. First things first, let's make some space in here so that I can move the seats around. So we're going to fit the armrest into here on the bracket that they've supplied. This is the UK car, obviously. For those of you who are looking from another country, then they do a bracket that fits the other side. so you can have an armrest in a non-UK car. It's going to go in here, and we're going to have to open up the seat cover here in order to get access to the frame. Now, it won't come out on the main camera over there because you can't get in close enough, but I'll use this little camera to show you. On the vinyl stroke leather seats, there's a double looped fold under here, where the edge of the seat and the bottom, the bottom's got a channel on it, and it's like double folded over, and you have to unclip it to separate this section here from this section here, because this cover is going to come off. If this was a fabric seat, on a lot of cars, the fabric seats have a zip in here. So I'll switch over to this camera so that you can see better the plastic lip on here that then fits into this grooved piece of plastic here. As I say, a sort of double fold mechanism where it clips in and then is folded over to lock the whole thing in into here. So I've undone that. This is actually the front of the seat that's going to pull through underneath here. This is the back of the seat, and I need to slide the cover upwards here just to get access to the frame that's in here. So now you can see that I've managed to pull up the leather. I'm not going to take it right off because trying to get these things back on again fully is not so simple. All I have to do now at the moment is just obviously pull this back down over here, and you can see here that the foam lifts forward, and if I go to the other camera, and when that's pulled back here, you can see this reveals the frame itself, and we are going to fit the armrest into this frame here. On the bracket itself, you can see that there is a flange at the front that fits over the frame of the seat, and then some holes in it which align with the holes in the seat frame. So that slots in here with the front over the front of the seat frame, and these holes, now these are big square holes, okay, but these holes line up into the square holes, and you push the bolts through. In the kit you have some washers, and these washers then fit into the back of the holes. Note that one of them's got a cutaway face. That one goes in the top on the Jimny because there's another bit of bracket behind here that it has to clear. So here is the nut, bolt and washer. You obviously push the bolt through the hole and secure the washer and the nut on the rear. So here they are done up loosely, and now I'll get a Allen key and a socket or a spanner on the back to tighten them up. So to do these up, you need a 6mm Allen key and a 17mm spanner, and you need a spanner that's going to be able to get into the back onto the nut there. These aren't supplied in the kit, but hopefully the average toolbox has these in it. So with that firmly attached, these are done up really tight in here, we can now start reassembling. The first thing to do is to pull the foam now back over this mount like so, and then pull the foam really far forward, because we're now going to cut a hole in this part of the foam to let the mounting stub for the seat bracket to come through the foam. This doesn't matter about quite how accurately it's cut. The thing that's really matters is when we come to cut the leather or vinyl backing. The knife is provided in the kit. It's just a little extending knife like that, and we can just gently cut away the foam at the front to let that stud through. You can feel where the stud is from the front, so you know where to cut. So with the hole cut, you can force the stud all the way through. You may find you need to cut more away at the front to make sure that this pulls back and seats correctly in here. And now we just stretch down the vinyl covering to find the point where we need to cut in the vinyl. So you've got to pull down and get the vinyl in into nice and smooth finish, and then you can start cutting through where the stud goes to let the stud come through the vinyl here. So I've now cut round the shaft, the stud, and push the vinyl on, and now I can fit the plastic ring over the shaft like that, leaving the grub screw exposed, because that's where we're actually going to fit, tighten in the arm itself. The armrest then fits in vertically in there. You can slot it all the way in and then tighten up the grub screw to retain it in place. And there you now have your armrest fitted. The armrest has a normal armrest style adjustment there, so you can set it to the height that you require. You can see in this picture some wrinkling occurring around the vinyl. This is because I cut it very tight to the stud. It's very tight on that stud, as is the foam underneath. I tend to cut them tight at first so that I can then cut them back further to relax the tension in the surface. It's much better to cut them back later than it is to cut them too much in the first place.
1 week later.
So here we are a week later. As I said, I like to leave the vinyl nice and tight on the stud initially so that I can cut it away later. I don't overcut to start with. So here you can see I've now cut it back to remove the tension from within the vinyl. But I also noticed that the foam underneath wasn't sitting correctly. As you can see here, in fact, there's a metal piece on this particular bracket that isn't on the Gen 4 ones, and therefore I've had to cut the foam back from around the metal part of the bracket as well, so that the foam sits nicely into the frame of the car, and that has now taken away all of the wrinkling, which is exactly what I expected it to do. It's also had a week, of course, to settle down as well, with people sitting in it and moving around to sort of generally move everything back into place. So it's now looking good. Very pleased with the overall finish of this one. So it's thanks to JimnyStyle for sending out the armrest for the Gen 3. We've never fitted one on a Gen 3 before, so this was a first. But as you saw, we've also fitted them on our Gen 4s. We think that the armrest really is one of the best modifications you can do to your Jimny. You can see here on the JimnyStyle website that they stock both the Gen 3 ones and the Gen 4 ones, so you can fit them to your new Gen 4, both the UK and the JDM variants. And also they do have the twin ones available as well, if you like the twin ones that you saw fitted to my LCV. So as I say, thanks to JimnyStyle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like and subscribe, and drive carefully, and I'll catch you further down the road.